From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. Silver is trading at $15.71 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,241 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 8.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $17,222. Antiwar.com reports while early in the Saudi invasion of Yemen, the U.S. was more on the supply side of famine, participating in the naval blockade. USAID Chief Mark Green has announced another round of $130 million in U.S.-provided food aid is being set aside for Yemen, citing the mounting humanitarian catastrophe. Whether the food will ever get there, however, is another matter. Green confirmed there's been no sign of any easing of the Saudi-led blockade of Yemen, despite repeated U.S. demands over the past week for the Saudis to allow the aid in. Indeed, not only have the Saudis not accepted the repeated U.S. calls for aid to be allowed in, there's no sign that the Saudis have acknowledged the calls at all, seemingly ignoring the situation entirely as the civilian toll mounts. The blockade has been a serious problem for northern Yemen, where a single port is expected to provide food, medicine, and fuel for some 15 million civilians, but which the Saudis have repeatedly blocked UN and other aid ships from entering. Cell 411 is a free app for Android and iOS that replaces government-controlled 911. Cell 411 allows you to preset a group of friends or private organization to show up in an emergency. Cell 411 is a nightmare to the state because it proves their so-called services aren't needed. Cell 411 has had thousands of installs, and of course it's covered by the BIPCOT no-gov license. Cell 411, because your friends won't shoot you when you're in trouble. Without the government, who would build the emergency services? You and Cell 411. Get it today at getcell411.com. That's getcell411.com. UPI reports the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a ban on new uranium mining in the Grand Canyon on Tuesday, while also upholding a mining company's right to mine in the area since before the ban. The case regarding new claims came from one Arizona man's response to a 20-year ban on new claims imposed in 2012 under then Interior Secretary Ken Salazar. Gregory Yount challenged the ban despite not having ever mined uranium before and with no real plans to do so. Yount gave several reasons for challenging the ban, including a First Amendment argument in which he said protections in the area are due to Native American beliefs was based on archaic religious dogma. But the Ninth Circuit dismissed those arguments and ruled that the Interior Secretary has a right to enforce mining bans on public lands. However, the ban could be lifted by current Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke. In the other opinion released Tuesday, the Ninth Circuit rejected the Havasupai tribe's efforts to evict companies that had mining rights before the 2012 new claims ban. The tribe, who have lived at the bottom of the Grand Canyon for more than 800 years, argued that the U.S. Forest Service violated the National Historic Preservation Act when it failed to consult with the tribe before granting uranium mining rights to mining companies. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports an out-of-control California wildfire that has already destroyed nearly 700 homes in its path of destruction crept closer to the upscale hillside community of Montecito on Tuesday, despite calmer winds that slowed its progress. The Thomas Fire, which broke out on December 4th, has since traveled 27 miles to become the fifth largest blaze in state history. It has blackened more than 368 square miles in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, an area larger than that of New York City. Officials said that while the flames charred another 2,500 acres overnight, a break in the hot, dry Santa Ana winds on Tuesday sapped its forward momentum and allowed crews to prevent further damage to some homes. Captain Steve Concialdi of CAL FIRE said it's doing what we want it to do. The fire is staying away from the homes. The flames are 25% contained as of Tuesday evening. He said that some of the 7,000 firefighters deployed against the blaze have taken advantage of the better weather to set control burns in a canyon near the community of Carpinteria and near homes in an effort to further deprive the flames of fuel. The National Weather Service has warned that the Santa Ana winds could return as early as Wednesday, meaning the fire remains dangerous and unpredictable. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.